Next on stage, evolution of mining for Bitcoin as a mainstream asset.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I understand it, I'm the only thing standing between you and drinks. So we'll do it quick, keep it interesting. So I'm going to talk about evolution of mining for Bitcoin as a mainstream asset. And I'm Rajiv Khemani. I'm co-founder and CEO of Auradine. We are a US Bitcoin mining hardware and platform company. So I think you guys know Bitcoin is in a very different place this year relative to last year. The ETFs are here. You know, we have lots and lots of folks that own Bitcoin, more than 50 million Americans, to the point that now it's part of the presidential campaign, and it's great to see both parties talking about Bitcoin as part of overall crypto regulation. We also know that Bitcoin is getting more and more useful in terms of settlement networks. So I don't think I need to go into more details. Everybody over here believes that. But I think that you just heard from the previous speaker that Bitcoin, as we all know, consumes energy. It has positive aspects to it. But I think that what is important for Bitcoin is the ability to do the rapid demand response. That's how it adds value to it. And that's what the example you just saw in Texas in terms of Bitcoin providing that. And I think that is super critical. Without it, in the long term, Bitcoin will be challenged by regulation as well as competing with AI for energy. So that's very important. The second thing is that what is happening is that we all know hash prices are not great. The global exahash rates are high. Bitcoin price isn't where we all want it to be. We want it to get to $1 million. It's not there. And Bitcoin is set up in locations which are harsh locations. Temperatures are off. It's not in air-cooled data centers. Reliability is very critical to make sure it stays up all the time. And then finally, I think most people know, not a lot of people talk about it, but we all love Bitcoin as a decentralized protocol. It's very secure, but the supply of Bitcoin is highly centralized. In fact, all of the supply, nearly all of it, comes from a couple of Chinese companies, and that's really not a good thing for a decentralized protocol. So what we have done in order to address these market needs is we have, at this conference, announced our Tera Flux platform to address all of these things. We have the highest performance. We have breakthrough energy efficiency that we are delivering to the market. We have the best energy demand and price response capabilities. We have open APIs. We are designed in the US. And the other thing that we have done is we have the best fleet analytics. So as you're operating larger and larger data centers with Bitcoin miners, you want to be able to know if there is a fan failure that's imminent, if there's a chip failure that's imminent. How are you performing overall in your fleet? The analytics becomes even more and more important with scale. Now, one of the things that we have done that no one else does, and we are introducing it as our next in our latest product, is something that we call smart system design. So everybody's familiar with a Bitcoin hashboard if you do Bitcoin mining. A Bitcoin hashboard looks like what you see on the screen. It's got lots of these ASIC chips. And in order to achieve the lowest power consumption, a lot of these ASIC chips are put in sequence. People refer to it as the Christmas lights problem, where one of the lights goes off, all of them go off. And so people that do Bitcoin mining are familiar with this issue, where if one of those chips goes away, your whole hashboard becomes non-functional. And now you got to pull that miner out, you got to repair that, you got to lose that hashing power during that point in time. So what we have done is we've introduced a capability where the hashboard keeps running even if you have a few chips fail. Actually, and these can be a fairly substantial number of chips. So the idea is that you don't lose your hash power. You may be able to repair it when you curtail, so your hashing keeps going on, and you don't have any downtime. So that's one of the things that we have done. We have the widest operating range of any miner that you see on the market. So we have shipped lots of miners. Customers have deployed our miners, and when they put those in actual deployments, they see that when the temperature crosses 50 degrees or 55 C, all of the miners shut down, and our miners keep operating. Okay, so that's, again, very important. And then what we are doing is we are using quality components for demanding environments. So again, you can go to minus 20, you can go to 50, you can keep running even above 50. And our miners actually keep examining themselves to see if the temperature is going up or the chip is heating up. They throttle back on the hash rate to make sure that you don't see failures in the field. One of the other things that we have done is from the ground up and fully integrated in our hardware, we have done integration with the leading demand and price response providers. So C-Power and Voltus are already integrated with us. So if you're using our miners and you want to take advantage of pricing response, like you just heard in Texas or other parts of the country, you can do that. And so you can benefit from all of that. In fact, it was a great setup presentation for what we are offering to enable all of the things that you heard from Cormint. So the two products that we announced shipments of. We had announced these products previously, but we are shipping them in high volumes. We have an air-cooled product that does 0 to 260. And this is different. You know, many of the miners will give you a single spec on terahash, and then you can overclock, underclock it. Right off the bat, we have overclocking, underclocking, but in a completely granular fashion. So you can take it to any terahash that you want. And then further, you can actually take it to any power consumption that you want at a data center scale without shutting down miners or rebooting these miners. Okay? I spoke about the energy efficiency of 16 joules a terahash, broadest operating range, energy tune as its capability. A lot of these things, by the way, are innovations we've built from the ground up. Lots of patents behind these, and very proud to build all of these technologies in the United States. Just like we got mining to shift from China to the US, can we get mining hardware to shift from China to the US? And again, I'm not advocating that there should be mining hardware just from the US, because we don't want to centralize that as well. We have Flux Vision and open APIs, and these are shipping now in high volumes, and we are taking orders from customers. We also have a single-phase immersion miner. By the way, one of the things that you see on that box, which some of our customers love, is that handle, very easy to deploy in the field. This one goes 0 to 375, optimal efficiency of 15 joules per terahash, and then has all of these other capabilities that I described earlier. I want to show you some examples of our deployments. There's one picture missing. Hopefully it shows up here. So you see what we have in the field deployed. You can see on the left is our air-cooled miners deployed, and this picture was taken on a very hot day when the temperature was close to 50 C, and these are miners operating just perfectly. What you see in the middle is single-phase immersion products, and then what you see on the right is two-phase immersion. So we also have two-phase immersion solutions that have, again, very unique characteristics in that they offer a very solid way to extract the heat out of these systems in a very cost-efficient fashion. So you can see that the boiling point of that fluid is roughly about 60, 70 C. And so as the miners heat up, the liquid starts boiling and is very effective in removing the heat out of these systems. Now, one of the things that we heard from customers across the board is that they were not very happy with the support that they've received from their existing vendors. And so what we have done is we have put in a focused effort to provide just absolutely the best support that we can. We have a capability actually that we call zero-touch provisioning. So if you're buying thousands of miners, you can actually pre-configure the miners with regard to the pool that you want to hash to. And you can actually, as you get the miners and power it and connect to your network, they start mining to the pool right away. So you don't have to wait for minutes or hours to configure, your thousands of miners that you're deploying. We have white glove onboarding and support capabilities. We have in-region repair services, although we believe that with some of the resiliency capabilities we have, the need for repair of our miners will be a lot less than what you are typically used to so far. Okay? And we have a 360 view of the customer data. So, if you want us to take a look at it and give you some predictive information, we can do that. So we can tell you, for example, if a certain fan is about to break, or if there's some issue, we can tell you that ahead of time and potentially replace some of those things that are in warranty. And people love it. So far the people that have used it, and here's just one quote from a customer that talks about the fact that they were thrilled with our support, and basically, they just love the overall resilience and support that they've received from us. So that's kind of what we are. I mean, we have this product that's shipping. This is our second generation product. We are now shipping this quarter greater than 100 million run rate. We expect to actually scale this up quite substantially over the next couple of quarters, and we'll want to work with you. So if you have a desire to do mining of any type, air-cooled, single-phase or dual-phase, please reach out to us, and we'd love to work with you. Thank you very much, guys.
Next year, we are bringing the Bitcoin conference to the American West, Las Vegas. The brightest minds in the world will converge to deliver Bitcoin history. Buy your tickets now at b.tc/conference/2025.